Cowboys Nation. Welcome to your ultimate destination for all things Dallas Cowboys. From the latest news, game analyses, rumors, to deep dives into player performances and strategies, we've got you covered. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you never miss a play. Let's dive into everything you need to know about America's team. The NFL world is buzzing in a way we haven't seen in months, and all eyes are turning toward Dallas as news breaks that DeMarCus Lawrence might be making a surprise return to the Cowboys. Rumors first started circulating late last night, when unnamed sources suggested that the team had been quietly negotiating a deal that could bring back their star defensive end after an unexpected hiatus. Fans, analysts, and even casual viewers immediately began speculating about the implications, with social media lighting up with reactions ranging from disbelief to pure excitement. Lawrence, known for his relentless pressure on quarterbacks and his ability to change the course of a game, has been a pivotal figure in Dallas' defensive strategy, and his potential return could signal a dramatic shift not only in the Cowboys' season trajectory, but also across the NFC. Insider reports indicate that discussions have been both delicate and intense, with the front office weighing financial considerations, roster adjustments, and Lawrence's physical readiness. The rumor mill suggests that Lawrence himself has been working tirelessly behind the scenes, maintaining peak fitness levels and staying connected with the coaching staff, hinting that his comeback might be closer than many expected. Speculation now revolves around whether this move is a strategic masterstroke or a calculated risk that could define the Cowboys season. The timing of Lawrence's rumored return has sparked a flurry of theories among commentators and former players, each analyzing the potential consequences for the Cowboys and the wider league. Some insiders argue that this could be the NFL equivalent of a blockbuster movie twist, where the hero returns at the exact moment when the team needs him most, adding drama, suspense, and a renewed sense of hope. Others remain skeptical, pointing out the risks associated with bringing a player back after a hiatus, particularly one who has faced injuries or uncertainty about his long-term commitment. The coaching staff's role in this rumor is equally fascinating, with whispers suggesting that they've been subtly preparing the locker room for a possible reintegration, managing expectations, and ensuring that the team remains cohesive despite the sudden attention on Lawrence. Fans have taken to forums and social media, dissecting every piece of evidence, from cryptic social media posts by Lawrence to hints dropped during press conferences, fueling the rumor machine with endless possibilities. Analysts speculate about game strategies, defensive line adjustments, and how Lawrence's unique skill set could disrupt rival offenses. Meanwhile, Dallas rivals are reportedly monitoring the situation closely, assessing whether the potential return alters their own preparations and draft strategies. The broader NFL landscape might shift depending on this single player's decision, illustrating just how much impact a star athlete can have on league-wide narratives, betting lines, and fan expectations. The intensity of the conversation shows that this rumor, whether true or not, has already created waves, reminding everyone that in football, timing, surprise, and talent combine to make unforgettable moments. The social media response to the Lawrence comeback rumor has been nothing short of explosive, with hashtags trending within minutes and fan pages dedicated entirely to speculating about his return. Memes, highlight reels, and reaction videos have circulated, blending humor with genuine anticipation, showing just how emotionally invested the fan base is in this storyline. Every news outlet, podcast, and sports talk show seems to have jumped on the bandwagon, analyzing potential contract structures, cap implications, and whether the return is purely symbolic or strategically significant. Rumors about secret training sessions and late-night meetings with team executives have added a layer of mystique, suggesting that Lawrence's comeback could involve surprises even beyond his on-field performance. The psychological impact on the team is also a topic of hot debate. Veteran players might feel energized by the return of a proven leader, while younger members could be motivated or challenged to rise to the occasion. Rival teams are reportedly reevaluating their offensive schemes, recognizing that a dominant defensive end like Lawrence could force quarterbacks to alter their decision-making and timing. The rumor has also sparked discussions about legacy, career trajectories, and the broader cultural significance of star players returning to teams where they made an impact. Meanwhile, sports betting platforms are reportedly adjusting odds in real time, reflecting the uncertainty and excitement surrounding the potential news. Whether Lawrence returns for a single critical game, a partial season, or a full campaign remains speculative, but the conversation itself has reignited interest in the Cowboys, reminding fans and critics alike why the NFL thrives on suspense, unexpected comebacks, and star power that captures the imagination. Reports indicate that Lawrence has been in close contact with the Cowboys' medical and coaching staff, raising questions about his readiness and potential limitations after a period away from competitive play. While some insiders emphasize his rigorous training and professional discipline, others speculate about hidden injuries, mental fatigue, or logistical challenges that could complicate the reintegration process. Nevertheless, the overarching narrative is one of optimism and dramatic possibility, a story that seems tailor-made for the high-stakes, high-drama environment of professional football. Rumors suggest that secret strategy sessions have been held to determine exactly how Lawrence could be deployed upon his return, with debates about whether he will start immediately or gradually ease back into the lineup. The mystery surrounding his potential comeback has fueled media coverage to unprecedented levels, making every press conference, social media post, and offhand remark a potential clue. Analysts have speculated about his impact on divisional standings, playoff implications, and the morale of both teammates and fans. The narrative has become so pervasive that even casual sports followers are now following the story, discussing Lawrence's career achievements, signature plays, and leadership qualities. Some insiders hint at potential sponsorships or promotional opportunities that could accompany the announcement, adding a commercial dimension to the athletic story. The rumor's momentum appears unstoppable, feeding off itself as speculation, commentary, and fan engagement intertwine to create a fever pitch of anticipation. The Cowboys management is reportedly acutely aware of the public attention, navigating a delicate balance between secrecy and strategic teasing, amplifying the suspense while preparing for a possible formal announcement. Industry insiders have hinted that the timing of Lawrence's rumored return aligns with a critical juncture in the Cowboys' schedule, where defensive reinforcement could prove decisive in determining playoff viability. Observers point out that strategic deployment of Lawrence could shift the momentum in divisional rivalries, where even a single sack or pressure could alter outcomes. The narrative has evolved into a full-blown sports drama, blending uncertainty, tactical intrigue, and a compelling human story of an athlete returning to a familiar battlefield. Social media interactions reveal that fans are creating elaborate scenarios, imagining game-winning plays, defensive masterclasses, and moments of heroic leadership, each fueled by a combination of hope and speculation. Betting markets and fantasy football analysts are similarly engaged, debating whether Lawrence's participation could influence projected points, team rankings, and even player valuations across the league. Rumors suggest that internal meetings within the Cowboys organization have involved intense discussions about roster shifts, workload management, and balancing Lawrence's reintegration with existing defensive schemes. Commentary on sports networks emphasizes the psychological dimension, with narratives exploring how his leadership presence could inspire or challenge teammates, affect locker room culture, and influence on-field communication. The story has transcended mere roster speculation, becoming a cultural moment that blends athletic excellence, strategic maneuvering, and fan anticipation into a singular spectacle. As the rumor persists, it captures attention not only for what Lawrence might achieve, but also for the suspense, uncertainty, and shared excitement it generates across the NFL community, creating an atmosphere where every hint or rumor carries extraordinary weight. Additional insider commentary suggests that Lawrence's potential return is part of a broader strategy by the Cowboys to assert dominance in the NFC East, signaling both a willingness to invest in star power and a recognition of the psychological effect such move can have on rivals. Analysts speculate that this maneuver could redefine not only team performance, but also fan expectations, media narratives, and even merchandise sales. The rumor has provoked debates about loyalty, career longevity, and the balance between personal ambition and team success, with Lawrence's decision scrutinized under every possible lens. Observers note that the timing, secrecy, and speculation surrounding his return evoke the dramatic tension of classic sports comebacks, reinforcing the idea that in professional football, narratives often matter as much as raw statistics. Social media amplification has been relentless, with every snippet of information dissected, tweeted, and analyzed for hidden meaning, suggesting that public perception will play a key role in shaping the eventual storyline. Rival teams are reportedly adjusting scouting reports, offensive line strategies, and quarterback reads in anticipation, demonstrating that a single player can have league-wide strategic ramifications. Meanwhile, fan communities are organizing watch parties, prediction polls, and celebratory events, treating the rumor as an unfolding saga rather than a mere transaction. The convergence of speculation, insider commentary, and fan engagement creates a feedback loop that keeps the story alive and evolving, demonstrating the power of narrative in shaping the excitement and drama that define the NFL. Some sources hint that Lawrence himself has been leveraging social media subtly, using cryptic posts and nostalgic reflections to signal readiness without committing publicly, a tactic that only intensifies the speculation and excitement. Analysts point out that such maneuvers demonstrate strategic awareness, psychological insight, and an understanding of audience dynamics, turning what could be a simple roster change into a full-fledged media spectacle. The timing of these posts, coupled with observed interactions with former teammates and coaching staff, has fueled theories about the exact nature and timing of the return, with fan engagement reaching fever pitch as every detail is scrutinized. Industry insiders suggest that behind-the-scenes negotiations could include incentives, performance clauses, or media obligations designed to align Lawrence's return with broader organizational objectives. The rumor has sparked conversations about the evolving role of athletes in shaping public narratives, highlighting how personal branding, media strategy, and on-field performance intersect in modern sports culture. Betting lines, fantasy rankings, and media forecasts have shifted in real time, reflecting the unpredictability inherent in a potential high-profile comeback. The emotional resonance for fans cannot be overstated, as Lawrence's return could evoke memories of past glories, dramatic moments, and defining plays, blending nostalgia with anticipation. The sheer volume of speculation, commentary, and fan interaction underscores the cultural weight of this rumor, elevating it beyond a simple roster update to a phenomenon that captures attention across platforms, geographies, and communities. The final wave of speculation in this first part revolves around strategic game planning, where insiders suggest that Lawrence's potential reintegration could trigger a cascade of adjustments across the Cowboys' defensive schemes. Coaches may need to reconsider alignments, rotations, and situational deployments, balancing the immediate impact of a star return with the long-term health and cohesion of the team. Analysts emphasize that even minor adjustments to accommodate Lawrence could have ripple effects, influencing snap counts, coverage assignments, and opponent offensive strategies. Meanwhile, fans continue to dissect every reported detail, from practice observations to casual comments by players, turning rumor into a shared interactive experience that blends analysis, anticipation, and entertainment. Commentary has evolved to include broader discussions about leadership, resilience, and legacy, as observers consider how Lawrence's return could redefine his career narrative and influence perceptions of the Cowboys as an organization. Speculation also extends to rival teams, who are reportedly recalibrating defensive and offensive plans in response, highlighting the interconnectivity of strategic decision-making across the NFL. The combination of athletic skill, media intrigue, and fan passion has transformed this rumor into a multi-layered narrative, illustrating the complex ecosystem of modern professional football. As this first wave of discussion reaches its peak, the anticipation surrounding Lawrence's potential return demonstrates the enduring power of star players to shape league-wide conversation, evoke emotional investment, and create storylines that captivate audiences beyond the game itself, setting the stage for what could be one of the most talked-about moments of the season. The psychological dimension of Lawrence's rumored return cannot be overstated, as insiders suggest that his mere presence could galvanize teammates and redefine locker room dynamics. Rumors indicate that veteran players are reportedly enthusiastic, anticipating both mentorship and renewed competitive energy, while younger athletes might experience a mixture of excitement and pressure to rise to the occasion alongside a proven star. Analysts argue that Lawrence's leadership extends beyond physical play, shaping morale, on-field communication, and team culture in ways that ripple throughout the organization. Opponents are reportedly adjusting scouting reports, game plans, and practice simulations to account for his potential impact, reflecting the league-wide strategic significance of a single player's return. Fan communities have become virtual hubs of debate and speculation, dissecting past performances, statistical impact, and potential scenarios for Lawrence's influence on critical games. Social media trends, live streams, and fan polls contribute to a continuous feedback loop, amplifying excitement while reinforcing the cultural power of sports narratives. Industry insiders hint at additional layers, including possible media appearances, promotional campaigns, and partnerships designed to capitalize on the timing of the announcement, blending commercial strategy with athletic spectacle. The rumor has effectively become a multidimensional phenomenon, encompassing performance, psychology, media, and fan engagement, illustrating how a high-profile athlete can transform anticipation into a compelling story that extends far beyond the field, creating a shared narrative that grips audiences and dominates discussion. Whispers about the technical and tactical implications of Lawrence's comeback have flooded analyst rooms and broadcast studios, with experts dissecting how his skill set could be integrated into the Cowboys' defensive schemes. Rumors suggest that coaching staff may consider innovative alignments, hybrid roles, and situational substitutions, allowing Lawrence to maximize pressure while protecting him from potential overexertion after his hiatus. The discussions reportedly include play-calling adjustments, blitz patterns, and rotation management, highlighting the meticulous planning required to integrate a star player mid-season. Observers speculate that his ability to disrupt quarterback timing, force hurried throws, and create turnover opportunities could dramatically alter the team's defensive efficiency metrics. Meanwhile, social media platforms continue to serve as speculative laboratories, where fans recreate potential plays, analyze past highlights, and debate the strategic impact of his return. Betting markets and fantasy football communities are reportedly responding in real time, adjusting projections and reevaluating player values in anticipation of Lawrence's influence. The rumor has become a study in narrative momentum, where speculation drives analysis, which in turn fuels more speculation, creating a continuous cycle of engagement. The confluence of athletic, strategic, and media dynamics positions Lawrence's potential comeback as a phenomenon that intersects performance, storytelling, and fan experience, making it one of the most captivating narratives circulating in professional sports at this moment. Analysts emphasize that whether the rumors materialize or not, the mere possibility has created a ripple effect across the league, influencing preparation, expectations, and public perception. Insiders hint that financial and contractual considerations are integral to the narrative surrounding Lawrence's return, suggesting that negotiations could involve performance bonuses, incentives, and clauses tied to both on-field achievements and media engagement. Rumors indicate that the Cowboys may be structuring agreements designed to optimize alignment with organizational objectives, manage salary cap implications, and balance the risk of reintegration after a hiatus. Analysts point out that such moves reflect a sophisticated understanding of modern professional sports, where strategic management of talent intersects with marketing, branding, and public narrative. Observers speculate that the agreement could set a precedent for future returns by star athletes, highlighting the evolving intersection of contract strategy, player welfare, and media engagement. Social media communities have responded with a mix of admiration, skepticism, and speculation, dissecting the potential terms and their broader implications for both Lawrence and the Cowboys. Analysts further debate the risk-reward balance, considering potential injury, morale impact, and team cohesion, juxtaposed against the excitement, leadership, and skill infusion that Lawrence could bring. The rumor itself becomes a story of negotiation, influence, and strategic planning, illustrating how individual decisions resonate across multiple layers of the sports ecosystem. Ultimately, the financial narrative adds complexity to the already dramatic speculation, demonstrating that behind every high-profile rumor lies a web of strategy, timing, and organizational foresight. The cultural and emotional resonance of Lawrence's rumored return has been amplified by decades of fan engagement, memorable plays, and his reputation as a disruptive force on the field. Rumors suggest that his potential comeback has triggered widespread nostalgia, invoking memories of critical sacks, game-changing moments, and leadership displays that helped define the Cowboys' identity in recent years. Analysts argue that the story blends human emotion with competitive stakes, creating a narrative where anticipation, memory, and possibility intersect to engage audiences in a uniquely compelling way. Fans have reportedly organized viewing parties, online watch threads, and debate forums, treating the speculation as a communal experience rather than a simple sports update. The interaction between narrative, memory, and real-time speculation has created a phenomenon that transcends conventional news cycles, transforming a potential roster change into a multi-layered cultural event. Insider whispers suggest that Lawrence's media presence, interviews, and personal reflections are being coordinated to maximize the emotional impact, reinforcing his story as both an athletic and personal journey. Analysts emphasize that such narratives are critical in shaping public perception, influencing engagement, and enhancing the entertainment value of professional sports. The rumor has thus evolved into a shared cultural moment, where athletic performance, personal legacy, and fan imagination combine to create a spectacle that commands attention across social and traditional media platforms. This resonance underscores the enduring power of sports figures to inspire, intrigue, and galvanize audiences even in the absence of confirmed action, demonstrating the narrative potential embedded in every high-profile rumor. But before we continue, don't forget to subscribe to our channel and give this video a like. Your support helps us keep bringing you the latest updates on the Dallas Cowboys. Feel free to share your thoughts on the news in the comments as well. Speculation continues to dominate conversations around Lawrence's possible reintegration, as insiders hint at detailed game-time scenarios, defensive alignments, and potential matchups against key divisional rivals. Analysts speculate that his presence could force opposing quarterbacks into hurried decisions, disrupt offensive rhythm, and create game-defining turnovers. Rumors suggest that coaching staff have prepared contingency plans, adjusting rotations, coverage responsibilities, and situational strategies to accommodate his return without compromising overall defensive integrity. Fans and commentators dissect every reported practice session, photo, or statement, constructing elaborate predictive narratives about Lawrence's impact, on-field behavior, and influence on team cohesion. Social media engagement reflects this intensity, with highlight reels, speculative breakdowns, and animated discussions fueling a continuous feedback loop that keeps the story at the forefront of public attention. Insider chatter also hints at strategic communication efforts, using selective information releases to manage expectations, build suspense, and generate maximum engagement. Analysts note that the intertwining of strategy, media, and fan culture has transformed the rumor into a phenomenon that transcends traditional sports analysis, blending speculation, anticipation, and narrative into a singular experience. The anticipation surrounding Lawrence's return highlights the multifaceted influence a star athlete can wield, shaping league-wide discourse, fan behavior, and even competitive dynamics through a combination of skill, reputation, and timing. Reports suggest that the potential reintegration of Lawrence could redefine not only defensive efficiency, but also the psychological landscape of the Cowboys season. Rumors emphasize that his leadership, presence, and skill could energize teammates, challenge complacency, and inspire renewed commitment, while also creating new pressures for younger players to elevate their performance. Analysts speculate about the delicate balance between on-field contribution and off-field influence, recognizing that Lawrence's return is as much about morale, mentorship, and cultural impact as it is about sacks, pressures, and statistics. Insider commentary highlights the broader strategic considerations, including managing snap counts, rotational plans, and situational deployments to maximize both performance and longevity. Fan engagement reflects these layers, blending excitement, anticipation, and analysis into a dynamic narrative ecosystem that evolves with each new rumor, post, or insider report. The rumor has created a virtual spectacle where anticipation, speculation, and fan interaction amplify each other, generating sustained attention and discussion. Betting markets, fantasy leagues, and media outlets all respond in real time, reflecting the tangible impact of speculation on professional sports. Ultimately, the potential return of Lawrence illustrates the intricate interplay between athletic skill, team dynamics, media narratives, and fan culture, highlighting how a single rumor can ripple across multiple layers of professional football, shaping perception, strategy, and engagement in profound and lasting ways. Insiders suggest that Lawrence's rumored return has sparked a domino effect across the NFL, with rival teams reportedly recalibrating game plans, scouting strategies, and draft considerations in anticipation of his impact. Analysts emphasize that the potential disruption he represents is not limited to immediate on-field outcomes, but extends to opponent preparation, psychological pressure, and league-wide attention. The narrative has become a magnet for discussion, debate, and engagement across social media platforms, podcasts, and traditional broadcasts, creating a multidimensional phenomenon where speculation drives coverage, analysis, and fan interaction. Fans continue to generate content, dissect potential matchups, and simulate scenarios that highlight Lawrence's possible contributions, blending creativity, strategy, and enthusiasm into an ongoing communal experience. Insider commentary suggests that the Cowboys management may be leveraging this environment strategically, using controlled leaks, media appearances, and narrative framing to enhance suspense, while positioning Lawrence's return as a transformative moment. Analysts argue that the sustained attention and speculation exemplify the unique dynamics of professional sports, where a single high-profile player can influence not only performance metrics, but also cultural narratives, financial outcomes, and media focus. The story of Lawrence's rumored comeback illustrates the power of timing, reputation, and skill in shaping perception, demonstrating that anticipation and speculation can be as compelling as confirmed action, capturing attention, inspiring debate, and defining the conversation around a team and a league for weeks, if not months, on end. Finally, the cultural, strategic, and emotional resonance of Lawrence's rumored return encapsulates the intricate ecosystem of modern professional football, where athletic performance intersects with media, psychology, and fan engagement in profound ways. Rumors indicate that the Cowboys are poised to capitalize on both narrative momentum and competitive opportunity, blending preparation, media strategy, and organizational vision to potentially maximize impact. Analysts note that the convergence of speculation, strategic planning, and emotional investment creates a dynamic that extends far beyond statistics, influencing league perception, fan behavior, and even broader cultural conversations about loyalty, leadership, and legacy. Insider commentary suggests that Lawrence's potential reintegration could redefine the team's trajectory, inspire players, and heighten engagement across platforms, illustrating how a single athlete can generate multi-layered influence. Fans continue to speculate, celebrate, and debate, demonstrating the participatory nature of sports narratives in the digital era, while analysts and media outlets amplify, dissect, and contextualize each development. The rumor has thus evolved into a narrative phenomenon, blending performance, anticipation, strategy, and emotion, creating a story that captivates audiences, challenges competitors, and defines discussion around the NFL. Whether Lawrence returns in full force or partial capacity, the narrative itself has already reshaped attention, expectations, and excitement, proving that in modern professional football, a high-profile rumor can resonate as powerfully as the games themselves, highlighting the enduring allure of star athletes, suspense, and the unpredictable drama that defines the sport. That's it for this update. If you enjoyed the video and want to keep receiving exclusive news about the Dallas Cowboys, please subscribe to our channel and give this video a like. We always look forward to your comments and opinions. See you in the next video.